Welcome all to Veranda IAS. Today we will learn about a very interesting place, an unexplored place from depleted from our memory, but very much in our ancient folklore, that is Central Asia. We'll learn about the history in terms of our pre-independence, our post-independence, then post-Cold War. What is this Central Asian or Central Asia means? Central Asia is part of 5 countries. One is Kazakhstan, right? It is having capital Astana, right? Like you can remember this Munna Bhai MBBS. He was doing Mazak, and what was the name of the doctor? Dr. Astana, right? You can remember like this one. The second place is Turkmenistan, right? Turkmenistan, they have now become ash. These people are now been part of the history, no more. So you can remember Ashgabat like this. See, UPSC in prelims have asked such question, the capital matching in previous year question. Then there is Uzbekistan, which is having a capital name Tashkent. When you are baking something, you are playing Tash, right? Cards you are playing. So Uzbek, you are free, you are baking something. And now you are also having such a leisure time that Tashkent is there, right? It's in Uzbekistan, it's the capital of Uzbekistan. Then there is another country known as Kyrgyzstan. Kirkiri, it is coming in cake, Bishkek, cake, and it is Kirkiri which is coming. You are not able to eat properly. Why? Because Kyrgyzstan is having capital Bishkek. And last is Tajikistan, and its capital is Dushanbe. Tajikistan, in Hindi, Taj is called the crown. For crown, there are a lot of enemies in Hindi, they're called Dushman. So Tajikistan is having capital Dushanbe. Like that, you can remember, you can make your own codes. This is for understanding, and these 5 countries. I hope you must have noted down this code. You can replay the video and you can learn. Now see, countries touching China, that is Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, right? So China would be having stake in the successful or peaceful China. This part is certain area is inhabited by Uyghur tribals, which are Muslims in nature and demanding secessionism from China, separatism from China by using voluntary or military means, violent means they are using. Second thing, it is touching Caspian Sea. Only how many countries? These 2 countries, like Kazakhstan is touching. We have discussed about Kazakhstan. Yes or no? We have discussed that it is part of Central Asia and Caspian Sea is a rich resource of oil and gas. This Caspian Sea has been named on our mythology. One saint was there by the name Kashyap Muni was there, on whose name Caspian Sea name was there. It is in our mythology. The point is, Kazakhstan is touching 1. Then there is Turkmenistan, which is touching 2. Uzbekistan is touching? No. Kyrgyzstan is touching? No. And Tajikistan is touching? No. Only 2 countries, that is Kazakhstan and Turkmenistan. Right? Kazakhstan, Mazak, Astana. Turkmenistan, then Turks have now been turned old. They are now Ashgabat. Now you can remember like this. So these 2 countries are near the Caspian Sea. This is second most important question. Which of the following countries surrounds Caspian Sea? Caspian Sea is a rich resource of oil and natural gas. Now see, largest latitude wise, longitude wise is Kazakhstan. It is having Aral Sea, which is shared between Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan here. I hope you can remember, right? And then if you see here, Aral Sea is there between Kazakhstan, then Lake Balkhash is there, You can mark this point, right? And then there is a, from Aral Sea, there is coming Amu Darya. I hope you can see Amu Darya. You can clearly see Amu Darya. This can be clearly visible to you, Amu Darya. Very clearly visible. Near the Aral Sea, Uzbekistan and Turkmenistan, Amu Darya name is visible. From Aral Sea it is coming. So these kind of questions come up in prelims. So IR is also important for your prelims. Now they will ask Aral Sea is between Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan, and Amu Darya is between Uzbekistan and Turkmenistan. You can remember like this only. So the idea that I am trying to tell you here is that it is an old important region. What is the importance of it? What is the importance? If you see, it could be path for pre-independence era can be divided into ancient era, medieval era, and then modern era. In ancient time, Kushana Empire connected this region to India. Lot of cultural incomings happened from Kushana to India, especially in architecture. If you have learned about Buddhist architecture was changed here, right? What was the name of the architecture that developed? Buddhism. Earlier, Buddhist architecture take certain takeaways from Kushana's empire, because Kushana were ruling in the northern part where Buddhism was there, and especially in Central Asia they were also ruling. So it led to cultural confluence. Why? Because workers are same. So they are taking certain feature there. If they are making something in India or if they are making something there, so there will be confluence of Buddhism and Buddhist architecture change, right? So Kushanas have imprint on Buddhist architecture. You will learn more about in art and culture. So that was the cultural trade, it was part of Silk Route. All the name like Bukhara, Fargana Valley are very much in our books, and it is very well documented, the trade with this region. Now in medieval time, if you see in the post-medieval, or if you see, the Mughal Empire also had contact, and in modern era, British wanted to protect. So this region, before British coming to India, had good trade links, good cultural links, trading links with India, but post-British, British took this as protection of their territory, that is India. So they treated this as a buffer or a kind of that it needs to be protected, their territorial integrity. They were not interested into the affairs, what is happening in Kazakhstan, inside affair, no foreign policy over there. Their only concern at that time was to protect India's territorial integrity, not British India's territorial integrity. So that was what has happened when there was relation between in the past with the Central Asia. Now what happened afterwards? Post-independence, India had two focus, either immediate neighbor, though India's POK, that is disputed region between India and Pakistan, is touching certain part of Tajikistan, but it was, we are only concerned about our immediate neighbor or international affair. India does not have resources to conduct. So there was this strategic place, resource rich place, was somehow faded from our memory in the post-independent period. So what happened post-Cold War? Cold War ended, and now there is a realization that post 90s India has energy interest. India needs new partner needs new connectivity. So India has connectivity interest. And this was what now we establish certain consular or diplomatic relation with these country in post Cold War. However, it got crystallized when PM Rao was understanding India's extended neighborhood, and also in some people commented that it is part of our look north policy. What is this look north policy? Understand one important thing. These countries are having young people. Right? If these people are having young people, there are chances, if they are not getting employment, there are chances that they will get, radicalize if there are no. So, India's policy is focusing towards security of the region, that it should not become safe haven. No safe haven, no. Second thing, India is stressing upon multiple religions striving in one country or group. That is India's policies towards secularism. And then India also looks this region as a resource-rich region. Therefore, connectivity is needed to use the resource. That is also part of our look north policy. Now, this look north policy name has changed into Connect Central Asia policy. But what is the idea that we need to understand? The idea is India is now expanding, which India was not earlier. Post Cold War, our economic might have increased first. So India's resources somehow has increased from the past. That is what I hope everyone is understanding. So if India's resource is increasing, India can look beyond its neighbor, immediate neighbor. So there came a theory by the name concentric circle theory. It says if this is India's neighborhood, this is India's immediate neighborhood, South Asia. It is India's extended neighborhood. So anything which happen will affect this region and will affect India. So this is concentric circle, again extended neighborhood. So Central Asia is part of our extended neighborhood. Act East policy are also towards our extended neighborhood. Look West policy also towards our extended neighborhood. I hope you can understand. You can always draw this map that look West, act East. Right? You can understand this map very well. So the point which I am trying to tell you here is that look north policy was devised to use our oldest potential, whatever potential we had in the previous era from this region, that we shared cultural ties, that we share trade ties, that we share ancient times right from Kushanas, and before that we were having trading units, Silk Valley route, medieval times, then it is continuing till in modern times, though it got diluted, but we tried to revive through look north policy. It got crystallized into look north policy. See, India's look north. If India is here, it is look north only. Northern part, look north. I hope you can clearly understand. I hope you must have noted down this thing. Now, this look north policy is also to guide towards our internal security. I hope you can write concentric circle by naming that look north policy is part of our extended neighborhood realization. Extended neighborhood realization. Peace and prosperity of this region is very directly linked to India. Yes or no? I hope you are understanding this. Very much linked. Yes or no? Yes. So similar manner, this extended neighborhood is very important from the point of view of India and look north policy, which is having the component of secularism, connectivity, and then our secular ethos, democracy, right? What is India is doing for this region? If you see, India is having Farakor, right? From Phule Khumri to Kabul to Farakor air base we are having. I have told you, explained you in our, when we interacted for the Afghanistan as a relation. Then India is having Kazakhstan uranium supplier. Then it is near to Kazakhstan, that is Caspian Sea. We are also trying to build a pipeline. Earlier the pipeline name was India, Iran, Pakistan, India. We have extended it to under Ashgabat agreement. One agreement which we will discuss in detail. Ashgabat, that there is a pipeline extension that is named as Kuapi, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Afghanistan, Pakistan, India. Right? That is what is there. So now this is what our plans for Central Asia policy is. I hope you must have understood the importance of Central Asia in our medieval times, in our ancient times. And then this Central Asia with the name post 90s is look north policy. I hope you must have clearly understood our interest in this region. One is regional stability, that is internal security, that is it should not get radicalized. Second is connectivity. And third is secularism, that it is having multiple ethnicity which are living over there. They should live within one sphere peacefully, which is Indian values, India's strategic culture. I hope you must have understood everything, why we have discussed that thing. Thank you so much.